Alrighty, folks. Welcome back to another session of our Astral Avenue Magdalena Blues. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say hello, you can.
Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
And, well, we're going to start the session off the same way we start every session. A little bit of a recap to talk about what happened last time before we get into what's going to happen this time. So, let's see how we got to our current predicament. Last time, with the anti-spell jamming machine about to blow and this crazed sword-spinning automaton wreaking havoc, made for a tough scenario. And Dr. Jellybean was trying to input the right sequence to finish shutting down the device, and even with sparks flying everywhere, eventually did so. But the large coin-like creature still spinning around, wreaking havoc. A few more final blows, and it was dealt with as well. Now with the machine shut down, you took a little bit of a breather and started to head out of here, down a passage that led to the docks of 1337B12, noting several Modrons were about here, tending to their actual duties as best they could. Seemed a little more bustling place than when you first arrived. You also saw Alex here, the dwarven engineer who was relieved of his duties in the engine room. After mentioning his situation, he honestly didn't seem to blame you all too much, as he seems like he might be a jinx. But you guys took Malcolm to see your ship, introduced him to Kelly, who was ready to get going and kill this dragon. You guys unsure about all that at this point, you could at least take flight. And with less information about your destination than you had hoped, you took off, headed to the core of the system, the mill. Not spending too much time dilly-dallying, you finally arrived the next day. Quote-unquote day, because day, whatever. You know, there's no darkness here. A large containment-like mill holding the sun itself in place, and what looked to be like a whole small city here, right on this edge of the sun. Landing in the quote-unquote sun waters, and hope nobody would notice that you actually flew. You made your way to the one of these several internal docking bays other vessels were docked at or kind of waiting in line for. Apparently you went to a warehouse. Not too much activity within, other than some mill marines milling about. Let's see what I did there. Speaking to them and telling them that you wanted to talk to the president and that you didn't have any cargo to offload or weren't here to take any. You were told to speak to a supervisor and directed to a back room. Forced to hand over your weapons, while their supervisor specifically wanted to speak to Ethel and Malcolm, seeing as they were from 1337 and the Federation respectively. And that's where we're going to pick up. Malcolm and Ethel are in this office while the others are outside in the warehouse, unarmed, and being watched by well-armed individuals. And so with... can't remember what music I had going here. Let's do, what do you think, Hand Balance or The Way Out?
The Way Out.
I feel like The Way Out's appropriate.
I would like A Way Out.
A Way Out. That's a good game.
Alright. As you enter this small office, the small gnome sits down. So, you've decided to dock at a storage facility to speak to the president. Is this right?
Well, yes. As I was saying before we came into this room, we were trying not to attract too much attention to ourselves, as you can imagine, wanting to speak to the president, especially about a topic so sensitive as joining the Federation. We were hoping to do it under a bit of disguise, for lack of a a better term.
Also, this is the only dock we've found so far.
That is true also.
Yes, several of them are backed up. Why not send just a simple sending?
Well, we were led to believe that time was of the essence to a certain extent. After speaking to some of the individuals at 1337, we thought that we might want to hurry. That, as you can imagine, joining the Federation, we've had an amicable relationship with this system for some time. We were quite excited to bring it into the fold of the Federation, and wanted to do so as quickly and quietly as possible, at least to get through all the bureaucracy.
Also, that was more than 25 words.
And what is 1337's role in this?
Nothing particularly. I'm here to help him.
It was merely just a stopover. I was led to believe when I ventured into this system that it was a good place to stop to find out a little bit more about the comings and goings of the system and what had been happening, and then hopefully find my way towards the president or perhaps a dignitary of his.
I see. And your friends out there, they don't seem to wear any regalia, such as yourself of the Federation.
Yes. Fortunate running into them. They helped me navigate, as a member of the Federation. Listen, I have a certain love for bureaucracy myself, but the Modrons at 1337, it was even a bit much for me, and my compatriot here, helped myself navigate that situation, and his friends as part of this troop that were with him. I brought them along in the mission. Obviously, Federation, the more the merrier, and so I love to talk about the Federation to whomever will listen and tell them about the great mission of the Federation and what we can offer to those that join us. So they seemed interested, and they had a means of getting me out of there and to you so that I could meet with the president. So I designated them political ambassadors along with myself.
We're mercenaries.
They wear many hats.
I'll need a persuasion check for Malcolm. Not really telling many lies there.
Hey, that's pretty good.
With a
That's pretty good.
25.
What a man.
Well, as it is highly irregular, I would assume there are proper channels for this, but I must be honest, I don't know them. I've been in the warehouse for a while. Hadn't seen much use in the last couple of months. I think something's slowing down up there. Let me send a message. See if I can't help you out. At least
Well,
get you out of my hair.
Certainly understandable. We didn't mean to cause any alarm or more work for you all. Obviously, the comings and goings of a dock are pretty busy. Like, we could certainly understand and respect that. We certainly want to be out of your way as quickly as possible. You mentioned certain slowdowns. Are they affecting you and your crew?
Oh, just less work to be done. It's not a bad thing.
Oh, okay.
Less overtime, though. So pay's been not quite as steady, but I'm not here to complain to you about it. I still get paid just fine. But
If it was something that, while we had the president's ear or anyone else in the hierarchy,
I don't think he
or
has
just to look
anything to do
into.
with one warehouse out of many.
Okay.
Let me just send a quick message up to the offices and see if we can't get you out of here. And she'll kind of start formulating a thought process.
I would have a request in the message that you send. If you could leave the specifics that I've disclosed to you, I'm entrusting you with, a bit of, that you'll act in a bit of candor, as I've told you with the bureaucracy. And, granted, we probably could have gone, I could have gone through a more proper channel, but in the interest of time, we decided to go this route. If you could possibly leave out the part about the president and just that there is a member of the Federation that is here to discuss joining, that might get us to a party that we would need to speak to before we step on anybody's toes and, try to jump straight to the president. And you know how people feel a certain way.
Absolutely. I know what you mean. You got to go through the right channels and occasionally through some loopholes.
Correct.
I'll see what I can get going.
I want to speed it along, but I also am here as a member of the Federation. I don't want to make anyone upset or put a bad taste in anyone's mouth, not with their first exposure.
And she'll pull out a lengthy crystal. Clear, kind of like a quartz crystal. I'll just be a moment. Hey, Nancy? Yes, there's some people down here from the Federation that are wanting to speak to someone of importance. They came through here, and they check out. Security seems fine. Let me know where I should send them. It's kind of holding the crystal up to her ear or her mouth as she was speaking. So, did you get to see any of the farmland on your way in? Sure, it was a long travel.
Yes, I saw a lot of it. There's a lot of hamsters.
Yes. Apparently they're intelligent.
And you're not allowed to eat them.
Not anymore, no. I never did like the taste anyways. Felt weird.
I never had it.
You weren't missing much. Maybe I just never had it prepared the right way. It's okay.
Probably easy to overcook.
And she kind of pauses for a moment. Okay. Yeah. So, Nancy said that you can come up to... The president's obviously too busy at the moment. But you can speak to his head of science, Mr. Asner. Should be able to see you.
Sounds perfect.
Of course, we will have to peace bond any weapons on your way up. Security purposes.
Sure.
And
That
she
makes sense to me.
starts pulling out what looks like some lengthy chains. Or not lengthy, some small, dainty chains, but they still are chains. And have little latches on them. Meanwhile, what are the gang doing? What's Oblate, Tobias, Louise, and Dr. Jellybean doing in the
Okay, sorry. Let me take an exhale. I was
Yeah.
holding my breath that entire time.
Hey, you're good.
Good job.
Pressure.
I'd probably be chatting up the guards, trying to get them on our good side.
What are you saying?
Are they? What are the guards? Guys, girls?
These would all be. They're all dudes. In fact, all of them are human, and there's one dwarf. There's like three humans and a dwarf nearby, and then there's like two other guys that are kind of in the shadows, just kind of watching from afar, pointing.
And they are mill militia.
Yeah.
They're all wearing that red-clad uniform.
Or it's like a gold cloak, with like almost like a stovepipe hat with the small bill on the front.
I've got to say, those uniforms you wear are quite snappy. You must be quite popular with the ladies, no?
That's half the reason I joined. And another one's like, "What are you talking about? This thing's so stuffy."
Oh, come on. No, it's all about how you wear it. You must have, a girl or two that you can write home about.
Oh, mine works upstairs in the offices.
Oh, administrative type. I understand.
Yeah. Where's the nice robes and stuff? I can't get into wearing all that. So I figured joining up here, get the cool uniform, get a gun. What could be better?
I assume work all day and then serenade her at night, no?
I mean, she works longer hours than I do. So it is what it is.
Oh.
Pays the bills.
Oh, so when she comes home, you have to have something ready for her, something that will woo her, no?
Yeah,
know
I
a
cook a nice
song or
dinner.
two. Oh, you have to do more than just wine and dine her. You have to show her you love her.
Show your stovepipe.
Yes, so show her your stovepipe. But before that, I think I might have just a song for you to help her, get things in the mood. If you don't mind. Reaching for one of my instruments.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh my god, 14.
14. These guys aren't the worst, but they're not the best. I would say a 14 would pass against these guys.
Okay.
Be like, yeah, go for it. We got some time
For the
to kill.
remainder of it, I'm going to just, start strumming some things and just try and play coy while, keeping my instrument after the events entangle.
All right. Give me a performance check.
Oh,
See how much the guys get into it here.
there we go.
Yeah, with a 30.
Wow.
Absolutely.
You have a plus
As
That's
yeah,
insane.
yeah. They're all kind of nodding along as are you singing too, or are you just kind of like
Oh yeah,
humming?
I'm singing. I'm doing like a nice like low bassy song with like Hispanic lyrics.
Absolutely. What are Tobias Oblate and Dr. Jellybean doing during this? Guys just watching?
I'm flipping my coin.
He's got a coin to flip. I guess I'm just kind of nodding along with the music. It's a little.
All right.
Little finger away.
Yeah.
I
All
probably,
single ladies.
before Louise started playing, I probably would have, I don't know, found somebody to talk to and been like, who works in here? I would have been like asking like really kind of annoying questions about like what's going on in there. What you doing?
They would try to idly, like, from down the road or down the river, but then as soon as the music starts, it's just all captivating, and they're like, "No, I'm trying to hear this."
And I'm like, who's your boss?
Carol Kiddums.
Carol Kiddums.
Carol. There is no Carol.
It's the lady that was talking to Ethel and Malcolm. But after this conversation with Ethel and Malcolm, now you guys don't know her name. She never introduced herself. But Carol will open the door for you guys, and hearing this music, she looks around as some of the guys are kind of like trying to like sway and like dance. Like you can see they're being loose with might have like put down one of their weapons. They're really like hardcore paying attention to Louise. She just kind of snaps her fingers. They're like, oh shit. So we are going to have to peace bond your weapons. So we're just gonna tie them to you. Or your sheath if you have one.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
start.
good.
You can give them their weapons back and armor or devices. Use musical instruments that you've already given up. You guys would.
Oh, we were just passing the time.
Right, but there could be an inspection anytime. I could keep these guys sharp.
Well,
You
you
won't
guys
see
are
me do
split
it again.
You guys really have changed. Used to be the go-to guys. No standards.
Like, no, we're great. We got distracted. I don't want to hear
Like,
it.
that's Carol, your boss, huh? Yeah.
Just kind of like nod, like, yeah.
Carol.
And you guys will all receive your weapons back, but as you're all kind of fitting yourselves with them or however they will be chained to you in whatever fashion, essentially kind of locking them so you can't immediately attack. It's still
Joke's
like,
on them.
yeah,
Chained to us is exactly where we wanted them.
yeah. So it's only like maybe 6 inches of chain, so it's not like you can pull a sword out or whirl the staff around or whatever.
Hey man, maybe take it easy on talking shit about 6 inches of chain. Okay, let's.
No, it's serving its
Perfectly
purpose.
respectable amount.
It
of
is a
change.
respectable amount of chain.
It's the
Some might say
yeah.
too much chain. Okay,
it's the right
Definitely
amount.
above
down.
average.
No.
It's above average.
Above
so-
average.
yeah.
Yeah. Seems like the right amount.
But the guards will kind of go around and ensure that all weapons are properly entangled, essentially. So it will take.
Does that mean with my tablet, like, can I use it at all? Is it chained
With
to
your-
my hand?
I would say with your tablet, spell stuff, like, and the instruments, they're not going to chain those up.
Screen locked.
Yeah, they're going to screen lock it.
Oh man, you got a timeout.
But it's inaccessible.
No,
Is that what you're saying?
yours is accessible. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the obvious weapons.
Parental controls.
Yeah, like the instruments and the spell focuses. Like, what are they gonna do with that? Like, keep it in an iron box.
You've been on your tablet too long today.
Yeah,
Right.
Timer will reset.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Parental control.
They actively are putting in the wrong password so that it'll time out.
Lock you
And
down.
then just once they do
It'll
it enough,
lock
they'll
my
lock up for 12
account.
hours. And they're like, there you go.
and once all this is done, it takes a few minutes. Carol just kind of say, "All right, so once you leave through this door, you'll see a large stairwell to your left. You want to take that all the way to the top until you get to doors that are gold trimmed. And once you're at that level, you should just follow the signs for Asner's offices.
Oh, we're going to talk to Jonathan Asner. Oh wait,
Oh, yes, Mr. Asner. Yes.
I'm so sorry, Mister.
Yeah, the president was too busy for us, so we're talking to his chief of science.
Ah,
Mhm.
okay.
That's good. That's good.
Well, thank you for your help. This is definitely getting us in the right direction.
Of course. No, I wouldn't dilly-dally too long on the mid-levels. Many of those are R&D. Some of them have been shut down recently, so I wouldn't mess around too much with those. Just go straight up.
Straight up. Got it.
But if you get all the way to the top, well, there's some security in place that you won't be able to.
Okay.
But that's how you get to the offices.
That makes sense.
Hey, you said some offices have been shut down recently, and you made the comments about things scaling back for you all down here on the docks. Is there something going on? A reduction in workforce? Are there layoffs? I mean,
I think some of the
I have to
R
submit a financial review to the Federation,
I
obviously.
think some of the R&D is just shut down. And she kind of stops. Yeah.
Hmm.
But you're free to go. And I guess I'll see you again when you come back down here to get your ship.
Yeah. We'll see you in a little bit.
See you in an amount of time.
I hope your meeting goes well.
Are we okay with the ship being here, by the way? Should we move it?
We're not expecting any other shipments in the next... None on the calendar right now.
Fair enough.
At least no large ones, and we can move the smaller vessel, if need be.
So would you say imports are down, or Malcolm pulls out his book and is, again, just like feigning, taking notes?
I would say there's a waxing and waning of all things.
A time and a place.
Some go up, some go down. I'd say at the moment this warehouse isn't receiving much.
All right, thank you.
Of course. But as I said, we were more useful in the R&D department, which is... Several of it has been shut down.
And that's kind of one of those, hey, they don't tell us anything down here type situations.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That makes sense to me.
All right.
Do I believe her when she says that?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't believe her, but I also should make an insight check.
Aethel seems reasonable enough. Chain of command.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. So, letting you go out of the warehouse, you come to a hallway. Unless there's anything else you want to talk to Carol about and the guys.
I actually want to talk when we get out of earshot. Carol.
Okay, so after you leave the warehouse.
Yeah.
Pretty much when we have the infinite staircase to go up.
Gotcha. So yeah, as soon as you exit out of the warehouse, there's a long hallway. There looks like some cubbies along the sides that are kind of just empty. That you don't know what they were placed there for. The occasional looks like ductwork above, like the just grates and ceiling grates as opposed to floor grates. But long hallway goes down maybe about 40 or so feet before it either keeps going. There's like a rotunda, is that what it's called? Like a little round space. It's a stairwell, essentially. But the hallway keeps going past that. And you can kind of make out some stairs that go up.
This is us, right? I don't suppose there's anything else interesting down this way.
I don't know.
You guys want to check out the med levels for R&D?
I was quite curious about that.
Yeah, we're
Wonder what-
absolutely going to get lost.
Say, oh, oopsies, our mistake.
Should have
That's
asked
good.
if we needed guest passes.
Huh.
I don't think we need no stinking passes. We can just go and say we got lost.
Aren't
It's
they
the worst that could
expecting
happen.
us though? But then they'll send someone to get us.
We have a little bit of time.
Or we can always do it after we meet with Asner.
Well, I mean, what if that doesn't go very well?
It probably won't.
I seem to have my suspicions that meeting with Asner is not going to go very well.
Gonna go very well.
Yeah,
What
and
are we thinking here? What's the plan when we go in there?
well,
So
I was
I
going
gotta-
to ask a question.
I
Sorry.
gotta look. I'm gonna let you know, Malcolm, that I'm gonna have to look different before we go talk to Asna. Okay, can't look like this.
Okay.
Did
No,
you say
just wanna-
he didn't he presume you dead? How would he know
He-
what you look like?
He did, but I think it's gonna be pretty suspicious if a hamster person walks into his office whose name is Dr. Jellybean, which rhymes a lot with my old name. I just think, out of precaution, I better not look like this or anything resembling my former self, neither.
Also,
So-
we went to the university and she gave her real name and said she
I
wasn't
did
dead.
give my real.
Didn't they undead you there?
Yes,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
that might come up in conversation.
That could come up. They might alert him, I don't know. He might check the record.
Did they send descriptions of us to whoever or
Good
anything?
question.
Not that you heard.
Said the important people were here. We checked out in security clearance.
Quick point of clarification. You've met Jonathan Asner before.
I have. I
They
know
have
him.
beef.
I know that. I know the guy.
Okay.
not
Uh,
not a good
looking-
guy in my personal experience.
Looking different makes sense.
So just be prepared for, I don't know. He's a conniving, gaming, thieving rascal.
Yes, that all seems to check out based off of what we found at Asner Productions wanting to usurp the president. Carol didn't make mention. She respected what my request, right? She didn't make mention that we were here to see the president.
No, she just said someone wanting from the Federation wanted to speak to
Okay.
someone.
So if we make it up to see Asner, which I'm sure we probably need to at some point, we should have a bit of a cover story worked out, because I think telling the guy who's in head of the company that wants to usurp the president that we're here to inquire about the president, who may
They're here
or
to
may
save the
not be
president.
dead already at this point, isn't going to go well for us, Federation or not.
Well, I mean, you seem to be one to like to make deals for bureaucracy's sake, right? What?
Yes, but I also understand that I am but a small cog in the machine of the Federation, and if I were to suddenly go missing due to an unfortunate accident at the hand of Astral Productions, no one would be any the wiser, nor would they necessarily care.
Oh, nonsense. Look at you. You are like the face of the Federation.
Oh, stop. You're so
That's not
sweet.
true.
And that is exactly what Asner needs to hear. I mean, from what I hear, Asner seems to be quite the greedy fellow, no? So, what if you were to present a deal in working with the Federation that he could not resist? But we do need the President's seal of approval.
That is the cover story that I am saying that we should craft while we wander these hallowed halls.
What
Off
if
to a
we
great
lied
start.
about your credentials?
They don't
Yeah.
seem to be doing any good as it is. Lie about them for all I care.
He's got he has a reputation for erasing people's memories, so
It's true. We found
And
I
out.
erasing
maybe-
people.
we should
Yesterday.
be prepared for that. I don't know how we can prepare for that. If anyone has any way to.
How do we know he
prepare for
hasn't done it already?
Well, we wouldn't know, of course.
Right.
Maybe
Sure.
we're
What
just,
if we've done this a million times
maybe
before?
we're just living in a perpetual state of memories being erased.
And gained
My
and then
God.
erased again.
Did we
Good
figure it
idea.
out, Steven? Is that the end?
That-
We
Shutter
won the
Island. This
campaign.
is Shutter Island, right?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you should.
man,
It's good.
I'm joking. This,
Ah, look, whoa.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
crazy.
I believed you.
yeah,
You should be the face of the Federation.
maybe I am.
You are.
Oh,
Hey, Dr. Jellybean, are these peace spawn things they put on our weapons magical by chance? Would they know if we were to, mess with
we
them?
were to try to utilize them. I mean, while we're walking, I can. Can I use my tablet to ritually detect?
I would say you'd have to stop for a moment in the hallway to ritually cast it for 10 minutes.
We'll just go up halfway, and then come off to where the research area is, and then do it. If they ask, we can say we're looking for a restroom.
Mhm.
So, the small chance that things go sideways, we always have to prepare.
Mhm.
47%.
Mm.
How are we going to get our ship away from those ballistas that were pointed at it?
Fly fast.
Destroy the ballista.
ballista.
That
Yeah.
But that is a fair point, right? The ballistas, things haven't been able to fly here for some time. So, I mean, like, what would their aiming capabilities be like if the ship just took off?
Well, we're in a cave, so
Mm-hmm.
Can't really go too high.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
It's also not like,
that attitude.
oh no, we forgot how to aim up.
look,
Maybe it's
I
not
haven't done
engineered
this
to
in so
get
long.
the elevation, you know?
Hey,
real gamers don't look up.
If they don't
It's true.
use it, they lose it.
Yeah.
What I hear?
Okay.
It's a classic axiom.
They
For a
haven't
reason.
lubricated those bolts in a while. That thing's not just gonna, crank up
Right?
willy-nilly.
It's rusty. It needs
It's
some
rusty.
W240
Exactly.
on there.
We don't have any way of communicating with Amber, do we?
I don't know.
Can I communicate with her?
Unless you have the sending spell.
Do I? I don't.
She's not a familiar. She's just a Tressum,
Which can be a familiar.
which can be a
But it's
familiar.
not your familiar.
Tobias can't cast spells, so no familiar for him.
He just has a cat.
He just has a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Who I love
Cat who
very
flies the
much.
ship.
He just
He flies
has
the
a,
ship.
he just has a pet.
Oh, well, we
Wow.
can figure that out later, I suppose.
Think about how long it takes us to get up to R&D and how long it takes us to get up to Jonathan Asner.
I'll say as you approach the stairwell, dimly lit, all wooden and a little bit of steel within, but mostly wooden. And it kind of has this old, like Victorian kind of feel to it, but like without like paintings or art. It's just the nice wood paneling. Getting to the stairwell, it goes up so far, dimly lit, but you can still kind of see that it's hundreds of feet.
So this goes all
Oh.
the way up. Like,
Mhm.
Is this like a spiral? Then you're saying?
It's more like it's square, I would say, the staircase. Actually, yeah,
I mean, I assume it's
spiral.
against the walls, but
Yeah.
like I was just
Yeah,
sure.
spiral. That sounds. Yeah, I like that.
okay.
Is there an elevator around here?
No.
Oh, no.
Not that we're aware of.
And you would see like a couple of other halls at the bottom of the stairwell, like that are just like different docking bays and storehouses, warehouses, all in different directions. Like, well, you really only have like two other directions to go. It does veer right and it veers straight. The stairwell's to your left. That just goes straight up.
Oh, Blade, I'll race you to R&D.
You're on.
Just gonna sigh and put a hand on the railing and start waddling up the stairs.
I'm gonna try to cheat and use my vine web
To try
sort of
and
latch on across and like sort of Spider-Man my way up the
okay.
stairwell
I'm
to
just
make
trying
it
to
interesting.
I'm gonna go on all fours. I'm gonna scramble
Gonna
up.
sprint.
I'm just gonna look like a Hadozi just walking upstairs on two.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk at the normal speed of walking
You have
and
wings.
not leave my other 2 party members.
He has wings
that
once
are
a
going at
day.
normal speed.
No.
But fair enough. Oblate, I'll say Oblate and Tobias, you can give me both athletics check. Oblate, I'll allow you to add your wisdom modifier for using your vine whip to try and pull you upward. It seems like a very quiet place in the stairwell. Not very well used. You can just roll athletics and we'll add, I think, 3 from your wisdom.
Yeah, you're right. Well, my strength is actually +4.
Well, you'll still get your athletics, but you're going to get an extra bonus. That's all. You just have to roll above a 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Oblate, with
Okay.
your quick monk-like feet and vine pulling, you definitely make it up. About like every now and then you would see exits, but they'd be doors that would be like labeled like storage or to actual like districts, because it is like in the center of a city, a small city, large town, small city, I'd say small city. So you can kind of make out like in the distance some noises of city streets, not too far away, not like vroom vroom city streets, more like just like chatting and carts and just normal sounds of a medieval city street. But it would seem like it's in tiers, and all of them are on, all the exits to that would be on one side, closer to the side where you entered at from the directional side, I should say. But it's about like 50 or so flights up till
Imagine
you,
by the end of it, it's like,
and it still goes up. So you would imagine you might be about halfway, but you don't see the top of it. Like you kind of can, but like it just gets that like, what's that called when you stare at something for long enough, it gets kind of blurry or woozy, like it's just like the phantom zone of your sight.
Gives you vertigo.
Kind of. For sure. Especially being in this, it's not cramped, but it's not open either. It's open up and down. It's cramped side to side. Coming to a large door that's open, steel door that's open to the opposite side of the city street kind of doors. You would see it open and with rope barred across it and a sign that says R&D closed down. Keep out.
And how far away is Tobias?
Tobias is like, he's right on your heels. He's not that, that far away.
I'll stop at the door and kind of just wait for him and then ask, so, we going in? We're doing the thing it says not to do?
Well, of course, but we gotta wait for everybody. Look down the stairs.
I think
Hey, what
Dr.
order are we
Jellybean's
on?
Dr. Jellybean's probably the next, but Louise, Aethel, and Malcolm, standard walking speed. They're about halfway to you guys.
It gives Dr. Jellybean time to find out if these bonds are magical.
Yeah, has
before
it been
we start
10
messing with
minutes
them.
yet or what?
Well, you have to stop and do
Right,
it.
so we'll stop here.
Oh, we stopped earlier.
As you get to the top, I'll say casting a detect magic. They are not magical.
They just seem like regular chains.
Regular chains. They can easily be
6-inch
taken off.
chain.
It just regular, average size 6-inch chains,
Totally adequate.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
used appropriately.
Mhm. Nah, they're just regular, it looks like.
It just
metal.
takes like an action to,
Undo them.
yeah.
I want to see if there's a way I can undo mine, but also make it look like they're still attached, sort of.
Give me a
least
sleight of
I'm
hand
sure.
check. I would say at this point, Ethel, Malcolm, and Louise
Getting there.
make
Who's
it up.
arriving.
Yeah, you're starting to arrive as Tobias is starting to mess with his chains. With a 25, it looks like they're still peace bound.
Perfect. Okay.
I'll leave mine.
Bounded down.
I've still got, Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary right here, so should be good.
Keeping the Biden on lock.
Some of us have small hands, buddy. Some of us have small hands.
Hey man, no one's judging.
They're perfectly adequate size hands.
No one's
Before
judging.
anything.
I'm just gonna flop onto the ground, sweating. Oh my lord, that was.
Louise, we're halfway there.
I'm going to throw up.
You see, the cool thing is, for you, on the way down, you can just slide on your belly all the way down.
That's pretty
Oh
cool.
no, I am just jumping straight off that thing.
Just end it.
Wait, can you take someone with you?
What, you have a death wish?
No, like, could I fly with you? Or
I
slide?
don't think he's flying.
Penguins do not
Jumping.
fly.
He's falling with style.
Yeah. Taking a leap of faith.
He's hoping there's a little thing of hay right at the bottom.
Just some bushes down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Aim for the
Jump it.
bushes.
That'll save you from a 50-story fall.
Exactly.
Oh, just one bush.
I've seen it.
Well,
I assume we're going to go into the doors that say "Do not enter."
Yeah, it says not to do that.
the doors are open, but there's ropes. It's roped off, and you can see there's a small stairway, a wider stairway kind of going up.
Well,
Don't mind me, I'll be the lookout. Oh gosh.
Oh. we should all go in.
Looks like it goes up like maybe 10 or so feet.
I have a good feeling about this.
Every time you
Yes.
say that, I
As I
immediately
like duck under the ropes and just go in.
And it's like an easy, like a 10, 15-foot staircase climb to another large set of double doors. Brown and bronze kind of on the outside. Looks like a plain door. It says, big panel on it, says R&D.
Should we inspect this for any kind of traps or alarms that are gonna give us away?
We should. Dr. Jelly, is your whole magic seeing thing still going?
Can I detect magic on this area here?
I would say your detect magic's still going. No, doesn't seem magical.
I don't see nothing.
Actually, give me a perception check, Dr. Jellybean.
Let's see what you
Okay.
see.
The 17, pretty good. You would notice at the bottom of the door, very faintly glowing with magic. No specific school. Looks like some form of just like arcane sticky residue on the bottom of the floor. Like right from like where the door opens. If it were to
Oh,
open.
what's that though? There's something down here. Can I crouch down and look to see what it is?
Yeah, you can see there's a small puddle, barely noticeable in the shadow of the door, but it is not lit here. And we'll say that. There's a little bit of light coming in from the stairwell, but it's not lit in front of this door.
Did you guys want me there, or do you want me on lookout?
Come
I
on in.
figured we'd all go and just suffer the consequences as a group if something happened.
All right.
That's the spirit. That's the team work,
That's
dreamwork.
Teamwork.
Let
Exactly.
me inspect the door. Can someone give me a light?
Well, my rapier's bound.
I'll just cast light.
Yeah, I'll take out a coin and cast light on it, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, and now with the light you can clearly see this sticky residue of like some sort of film that was probably just dried liquid of some sort on the just lightly oozing out of the door.
Okay.
I'm tempted to like stick my finger in it and like lick it. I don't want to do that though.
Go for it.
You should though.
One way to find out.
It's
I
magical
smell it?
cocaine.
Can I
You,
sniff it?
you smell it. It kind of burns your nostrils a little bit.
Oh, she's strong.
Kind of like the isopropyl alcohol.
Do I have any idea what it could be?
It's magic beer.
Give me an Arcana check.
What is it?
You're not sure.
I don't know. Some kind of sticky
Some sort of fluid.
liquid.
Kind of sticky magic fluid.
So maybe watch out for that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, this place is kind of out of service. It's probably an accident that happened.
Makes sense. I'm looking at the door. Looking
Big
for
double
traps.
door.
Yeah, looking for any sort of traps, trap mechanisms, locks, things like that.
Give me an
Invisible
investigation
traps.
check.
Is anyone good at investigation?
You're the one that said you're looking. Give me an investigation.
I'm
Hey,
actually
good.
really good at it.
It looks good.
Sweet. Well, guys, it looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and. Is there a lock or anything?
Didn't notice the heavy padlock when you were investigating it.
We just pointed out afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
"All right, it looks good. Huh?"
He like
Okay,
lifts
I'll
it up,
open it.
checks under it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to do this quietly, and pull out my thieves' tools and pull out my picks.
Okay.
I'll take out my wand of noises and absorb the sound on the lock.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a sleight of hand check, Tobias.
Here we go. Wow, I would like to use. Wait, I had to declare lucky beforehand.
You do.
You have inspiration.
Don't for some reason.
Do you use it? in last
I think
session?
we all went
I
through
know
our
a bunch of us
inspiration.
used them
Yeah.
really early.
Yeah.
Entry, but I don't know if everybody did.
I've still got mine, but
Yeah,
Well,
you
anyways,
humans
yep.
with your
Me.
inspiration.
Go to try to pick it. It's a heavy, thick lock. No go.
we have like a. Doesn't somebody have like some kind of magic tool that like opens locks?
Oh, I did, but I
Oh,
lost it.
We
With
used to have a lot. What was it? Like
Gave
a
it to the
lock
dragon.
unit? Oh my god.
Does
Yeah,
anyone
that
have
damn
like,
dragon?
a heavy mace or something we can maybe bash the lock with?
I
Look
mean,
at
I have
Ethel.
a mace.
Looking at Ethel.
I mean, I have a spell that could fix it. I'm
Oh.
pretty sure.
I mean, I could shoot it.
Maybe not. Maybe I don't have a spell that can fix it.
Spell knock.
Yeah, that's not my list. That's not true. I can't do that.
Okay, so bludgeoning or shooting? I don't know. I can't get it.
Hmm.
Well, I can't seduce the lock open, so
Question:
Answer.
Can I use Thorn Whip to push the thorny vines into the lock and try to break it?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Okay.
It'll
so
be
I'm gonna
it'll
try-
be just a wisdom check. Your spell casting modifier for your.
Wisdom check.
Yeah.
Is that the right thing? This is the right thing.
As you inject the lock with your thorny vine whip. 12 is a failure.
Well, I can shoot it. Do you guys want me to just shoot it?
Just shoot it. Just shoot
Well,
it.
I can only silence one thing. So, do you want me to silence your gun?
Yeah, that would probably
Well,
be
what's
good.
gonna make? Well,
The
so the gun's gonna make
gun
a sound, and then the
probably
bullet
be
hitting
loud.
it's gonna make a sound, equally as loud.
Well, if you do it point
Well,
blank, it's all one noise, right?
Right.
Could be. I mean, am I able to unholster my weapon without having to finagle with the chain?
You'll have to finagle with the chain.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess let me roll it. Do I need to slide a hand for that, or?
No, you can just. It literally just takes like an action. It takes 6 seconds to just
Okay.
like unwrap it. Essentially,
Gotcha.
they
I'll
weren't like
unwrap
heavy
it,
locks.
and I will go ahead and point blank shoot the lock.
Give me.
We
I
seem
will.
super
I'll put
trustworthy.
the wand noise to the gun.
Okay.
I'm also gonna cough really loud when I shoot the gun. That should cover everything
So,
up.
so everyone's gonna hear the cough.
They did spend a lot of time locking the weapons down because they absolutely knew that we wouldn't do something like this.
Right.
All
They
right.
believed in us, and they
Where's
shouldn't
my
have.
gun?
I'm gonna grab my gun.
Want to be the people that they thought we were.
Give me a pistol.
So do I.
Pistol attack. Go.
Huh.
Somebody
It was-
mentioned they
it
still
was-
have
it was
inspiration.
right there.
With
Yeah,
an-
I'll use my inspiration for this.
Okay.
Oh, Lordy Jesus.
Trying to shoot the lock.
There we go.
With a 25. Roll me some damage. It's piercing damage, but I would allow it to bypass it. For 13 points of damage, you bust a hole in it. And it's also, at this moment, Element, 36 KR, is going to give Tobias Watcher's Inspiration. So Tobias
Oh.
Tobias will
Thank you.
have
Very
a D6 at one point in time. One roll you can add a D6 to this session. Thank you, Element 36 KR.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
But with the 13 points of piercing damage, it doesn't quite fully bust open the lock. It kind of embeds in there and it kind of twists around. It's still locked, but it might be easier to break.
Smash it.
I'm
Want me to
all
try
out
and
of.
break it now?
Go for it.
It'll
Or
be,
do you just want like an athletics?
it'll
check?
be an athletics check to try and bust it open with your mace as you just hit it. Whack. With a 15.
In this
15.
case, this actually would be a thing you could easily target with the sound since it's actually one noise.
Right. But with the loud cough, the lock clatters to the floor. The door looks like it wants to creak open, but just kind of slides open a little bit as more of this liquid comes out. Spills onto the ground, like maybe like 6 or 7 inches out.
Oh,
Gross.
that's a lot of that
Took away
liquid
from
here.
that.
What's that smell?
That
Magic.
burns your nostrils, huh?
I don't like it.
No, don't step on it. I don't know what it is, but be careful.
And the door only opens like a crack. But the lock is on the floor now.
Too bad we can't fix that lock. Then we could put it back the way it was.
Can we at least make it look like the way it was?
There's a large bullet just kind of like wedged in it.
Well, we could just turn it around.
Yeah,
face
flip it
the other
around so the
direction.
bullet
Yeah.
hole isn't
Yeah,
showing.
if it didn't go all the way, or
That's true.
I could try to mend it.
Okay. Yeah, I can.
Spend a minute to try and fix the lock.
I mean, if it can open, I could try and just mend it with it open. While
I mean,
we
from the
walk
sound of it,
around.
you just have to pry a bullet out, and then it'll be fine.
Right.
Up to you guys.
Yeah.
The door would open out to you as well. So you spend a moment to fix the padlock.
Mhm.
They want me to.
How are you gonna put it on that side when you're going through it?
We just won't close it.
Okay.
We'll make it look.
We gotta come back through here.
I was gonna say, well, while he's doing that, does anyone want to take a peeky peek on the inside before we just?
It's full of this magic liquid.
I don't know if I want to go in there.
Yeah,
We
it's,
Louise
open
is
it,
a
it's
coward,
almost
so
full
that's a big no from him.
it's kind of gross in there. Is it also dimly lit beyond the door?
There is no light in there. If you kind of peek in, you can see the occasional zap of light.
Can I look? Because I got better eyesight.
There's zaps of light in there.
I mean, you can pull the door open and look
Yeah, let's do that.
if you want to actually look. I mean, I
All
don't
right,
Pull it open
everybody,
and
like,
look.
stand away from the door because
Yeah.
liquid came out of it a moment ago. So I don't want a reenactment of the scene from The Shining. The
Right,
elevator
that's what I was thinking.
Absolutely,
too.
yeah.
It just
I was thinking Jumanji, but same
Tsunami.
thing.
Same idea, right?
Both valid.
You know D&D indoors.
Yep.
Don't ever
Right.
trust
They're
them.
dangerous.
Sometimes
Exactly.
you just
Don't
gotta
open
open
'em.
them.
Never
You
open
want
a
to
door.
open every single door. That's the goal of the game. It should be called Doors and Doors. The goal is to
Hey.
open them.
Indeed.
To be fair, we just shot a lock off. I mean, we want to
You-
get
oh,
in this door.
you-
We just want to be respectful
I
about
got
its
you.
boundaries.
We want to open the door
Very
because
mindful.
open doors are love.
Very demure.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. All right. I want to peek in. I can see better than anybody else.
Yeah, she
Okay.
kind of like. Well, she's got glasses. Aethel can
That's true.
technically see the best.
Oh.
Now, I live in the future.
Yeah,
Where I'm
Okay.
good at this stuff now.
and Aethel and Oblate can technically see the best if there's light around.
Right. If there's light, but I'm the only one with. Well, I guess maybe aside from.
I have dark vision.
Yeah,
Okay.
as
I
well,
I
just like
thought
you.
for a while I was the only one with dark vision, though. Maybe.
I'd believe that.
Okay.
Well, either way, Dr. Jellybean kind of peeking in a little bit, being sure not to touch the goop on the ground. There's not a bunch of it, but boy, looking in there, it is an absolute fucking mess. There's
Everywhere.
little piles of goop everywhere, absolutely, splatters on the ground, disheveled rugs, but immediately you notice like tables flipped over, blood, a couple of bodies within there.
Oh.
The things that would stick out, occasionally this little zap of lightning arcs towards a large glass container, which looks like it's like there's something inside of it pooled with blood and more of this liquid. The glass is kind of cracked as well. You see another one of these large tubular glass containers broken open with what looks like a giant heart on the ground. A third container also looks like it has something inside. Spilled out everywhere with this liquid. Blood also inside of that container. A fourth container inside. Doesn't look broken. Does have a little bit of liquid kind of dripping from it. The same liquid. Looks to be a canister of some sort. And electricity bounding inside of it. Looks like some kind of crumpled up something inside of there. It's hard to see from right here. Along the wall you would see large tubes or piping, as well as some gears of machinery. And on one of the walls, you would note that there is another glass kind of like a science experiment thing on the side of the wall. All you can see is one bloody eyeball, maybe about 7 feet wide. And you would see a door at the far end with 3 levers next to it. I'll just for funsies, and so everyone can see it.
Oh, baby, show me
Oh,
those
There
no.
is a map
Show
for
me those
this.
levers.
I'm gonna bring
map.
everyone to the map
That
because
doesn't mean anything usually.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's fine.
it's just for funsies.
Just go in
It's
there.
just for
Just
fun.
go in.
Yeah.
After you.
As Dr. Jellybean, you're the one peering through the door, so that's what you would see.
I'm gonna close the door real quick and be like, so here's the thing. It's real bad. It's real bad in there.
Mhm.
Oh no. It's not good. A lot of bad stuff. If we go in there, it's gonna be real dangerous. I just have a feeling that whatever's in there could be interesting, could be useful to us. Maybe, I don't know, but danger.
Well, I mean,
Is there
we're
money?
So, just to recap, real bad, not good, dangerous, a danger.
Danger. Yeah, you got it.
Possibly
That
useful.
sums it up. I mean, maybe, I don't know what those. There's these things, these tubes that are filled with stuff. I saw a big eyeball. I saw a heart on the floor. I don't know. It's interesting. I want to go see what's in there from a scientific perspective, of course. But probably bad things happened in there, and
You see bookshelves in there too for a second.
there's
Oh,
books.
completely destroyed.
Destroyed books. Something real bad took place in there. That's probably why they shut it down.
well, I mean, aren't we here to, scope it out and see what we can learn on Asner? I mean,
We are.
But she said that real bad thing again.
Right, but she always.
I'm
does
not
that.
listen, I'm not trying to say we shouldn't go in there. I'm just letting you know that if and when we do, just be prepared for
Danger.
don't
and
even
bad
know.
stuff.
well,
Don't
we
even
might
know.
be able to get a little bit of insight if Asner is the one behind, those really rabid-looking hamsters.
Mhm.
Could be.
Oh,
There's
maybe that's
definitely
what's in there.
criminal evidence in there for sure. I mean, there's evidence splattered all over the walls.
Blood and goop.
Well, perhaps we take the chance.
I think we should.
But perhaps you should come back here first, before we enter.
Close the door and come back.
Kind of sloshes on the ground as you shut the door.
And now we let Tobias and Oblate do their thing.
I'm almost done with the lock.
Oh, that's
think.
excellent. Okay, well, we're up, buddy.
Already.
Time to get paid.
I don't have special eyes. I need some light in there. If any of you guys can help me out.
Can I borrow that coin, Louis?
Here you go.
And then I can cast light on something.
Hey, just
Of
real
yours.
quick out of curiosity, take that coin and hold it like dangerously real bad close to the goop.
Okay, I'll pull the light coin towards the goop.
Doesn't react or anything.
No, it doesn't react.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Is the
before we go
goop
into the room
moving
with
at
you.
all? Does it seem like it's slowly
Sentient.
like
Give me a perception
Yeah.
check on the
Oh
goop.
God, is this a
Can I-
90s
Can I
kids
insight
show?
the goop? Like,
Oh
It's
no!
blubber.
Give me a vibe check on that goop.
yeah.
I'd check that goop.
Can I
And give me a perception check.
watch it?
Yeah, as you
Alright.
try and watch the goop to see if it moves.
Is it moving? Is it gooping?
Doesn't look like it's moving. Other
Maybe
than
we gotta
it
stick-
doesn't look like it's moving unnaturally. Like it might slowly
Right.
flow, like as you shut the door.
Sure.
You know.
Hey, out of curiosity, anybody get anything to poke it with?
Didn't you just poke it with a coin?
No, I think he just got really, really close to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna undo my Biden and
Okay.
poke it with my Biden.
Your
Immediately
Biden gets
consumes the Biden.
gets a little goopy. Not a big deal.
I'm gonna try
Could
to
be a
scrape
big
it
deal.
off on the floor.
Yeah, you should like that.
I don't want this on here.
It wipes off easily enough.
Yuck.
All right,
I'm gonna smell it.
Are we done with the goop?
I think so.
No, because outside the game, I just don't like how confident Steven is about all the testing that we're doing. He's like, it's gonna go one of two ways. We're gonna look foolish, and it is just like liquidy goop, or it
And
is
look, it's just a
absolutely,
chair. Or
absolutely something that's just going to kill us. And he's like, yeah, you guys just didn't do the right test yet. It's fine.
it's
This is
either-
D&D, folks.
Yeah.
This is the anxiety that you get.
We didn't
It's
ask.
easier
I
we didn't ask
mean-
the right
D&D.
questions.
You
Doc-
see, you tried to pull on the door, but it's a push door.
Right. Dr. Jelly, she rolled a 12 on the Arcana check, so you're not sure what it is. It does have
We
slightly
know it's magic.
magical residue.
Mhm.
Well, if someone with
man.
shoes, can you step on it?
So, so just me.
That is just you.
Just me.
Ethel,
I
my
was gonna say, I
friend.
don't think I have shoes.
I got no shoes, you
One
want to
None
step
of
on
us
that?
have shoes.
one out of 6 characters has shoes.
Shoes.
But they're
Are we
fancy
still
They are
doing
fancy.
dildos?
Next fight is in a glass factory.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I can step on it in a second.
Just to see.
Do I finish the mending? Does
You
it
finish
actually
the
work?
mending. The lock finishes being lockable. It's broken, but it's in the unlocked position, I guess.
Yeah, it's unlocked because we'd have to crack it open, basically.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna pull
I'm
my
just gonna
stuff
hang
out.
it on a piece of chain because there was chain there.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'll basically just see if I can smear some of the goop along the ground a little bit with my foot.
I
Yeah.
do respect the choice with the lock, where you were like, "I'm going to mend it," and Dr. Jellybean and I were like, "Just turn it around.
Flip it over.
It's fine."
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Well, in the future, we can close it when we leave.
Yes.
True.
If we leave. But okay. I'm gonna go ahead. And
I
go in.
agree.
Yeah.
If we leave.
Let's go check out those bodies. They might have money on them.
I doubt it, but I'm just gonna go in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get about right there, and I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah. As you go in, there's this weird static in the air, and you hear the occasional burst of electricity from different places. The electricity that you see over here is just slowly illuminating that one container, which doesn't look to be broken. There is some dripping of the goop, but you would see a couple of bodies in here, varying sizes. Everything is not looking pretty in here, darkened, and you can just barely make out that door up here. Actually, you guys can't actually make it out, but I think Dr. Jellybean could when she peered in.
If not, when I get there, I probably can see it.
Yeah.
Well, this still seems pretty safe as Tobias goes over to the bodies, start
Pretty
rifling through
safe.
it, looking
Does the-
for.
Goop seem slippery or anything when I put my foot on it?
The goop would seem
It's sticky,
Or sticky, like or any.
being stuck.
a little bit sticky. Not like you're gonna get stuck. More like,
Yeah.
Like you
I-
spilled a soda.
give me a medicine check, Aethel.
Oh, sure. I can do that. They're not amazing, but I can roll.
You never know.
While he's doing that, just
Pretty good.
can I do alarm ritual in like a 20-foot cube on the outside of this doorway?
It will take 10 minutes to do so.
Oh, it's a 1 minute or ritual.
Or ritual.
Uh,
So if you
if
say
you-
so if you say ritual, it's going to take 11 minutes.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes to the cast
Wow.
time to do it as a ritual, but doesn't use up your spell.
Doesn't
slot.
use a
Doesn't
spell
use-
slot.
Mhm.
All right, well, never mind then.
But I would say, Aethel, it's not too dissimilar to amniotic fluid.
Gross.
Just throwing
That's
that out there.
Magical amniotic fluid.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, the miracle of childbirth
Is disgusting.
is
And
magical.
No one should have to go
quote,
through it.
But this one's also like magical,
Well,
and
speaking
not
of
like a
childbirth,
metaphor.
what wounds does this body have on it?
Give me a medicine check as Tobias is rifling through the pockets, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
What a weird segue.
So a medicine check to determine the wounds, and Tobias, give me a investigation check.
Sweet.
With a 14 medicine. Looks like most of the blood comes from head trauma. But not blunt force head trauma, more like blood coming from the nose and ears. Internal brain bleeding. It's the medical
That's not
term.
where that's not where it's
Perfect.
supposed to be.
Completely normal way to die.
Yep.
Very natural.
And yeah, as you're kind of like looking at that, you would rapidly see the ooze start to swirl around.
Ah, there we go.
Mhm.
Roll.
Pretty immediately.
The ooze is moving.
You got a nat 1. As it tries to lash out at Oblate, who's there. This ooze starts quickly swirling and sparkling as if it has a mind of its own,
Sparkly.
reaching up into kind of little strands, almost like arms or pseudopods. And we're gonna roll some initiative
Of the ooze.
as
Oh,
this
man.
this amniotic fluid ooze, eldritch amniotic fluid ooze.
Baby ooze.
But as we're rolling initiative here, we're gonna go ahead and take our little 5-10 minute break, because that is the time to do it. So when we come back, folks, we're going to see what R&D has inside of it, and including an ooze. But I'm sure there's other things here besides this goop. But stick around, folks. We'll be back here in a few with some combat. See you in a few.
See you soon.
Oh,
Alrighty, folks. Welcome back. And last we left off, after some smooth talking and not really any lies being told down in the warehouse area of the mill. They had an appointment, kind of, with Jonathan Asner. Or rather, we're going to have a meeting with Jonathan Asner, but making your way up, you decided to make a little pit stop at the R&D section, and hearing it was closed down. You're starting to figure out why, coming into this ruined laboratory, absolutely smashed, liquid and goop everywhere, blood, bodies. Somebody left in a hurry and didn't bother to clean up after themselves. But a couple of you came in here, and the goop is more than just goop. More than meets the eye. It is animated. Well, not really transform, but it's animated. And it's coming to attack you. As Dementiphobia is going to give Oblate the 1 buff.
Woo, nice. Thank you.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Oblate, you will have +1 to everything for the next minute, which will probably encompass this entire combat, maybe even a little more.
Probably.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dementiphobia.
Thank you. That's awesome.
And we are picking up with Oblate. So you should have a thing on your sheet under effects that says the 1 buff. Go ahead and toggle it on if you do have it. If you don't, I'm a
Tell me
failure.
what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
That's,
I can figure it out. It's just
Yeah.
1.
well,
It's toggled.
thank you. Oblate, as you're kind of taken by, not so surprised by this ooze, as you're looking at it, suddenly you see it kind of swirling in weird and different ways. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Whoa.
With a 23, that's weird, but whatever. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to emulate its movements, get into its mind,
It's kind of
figure it out.
Gotcha.
So I'm
Into
start
its
moving
mind
and
palace.
grooving,
Yeah.
and then pretty sure it's not gonna do much, but I'm gonna hit it with my Biden.
Absolutely. Hit it with your bident.
That's all I know how to do.
Yeah. Well, and punch and kick. And whip.
Yeah.
A 24 hits.
The 25 actually, unless it's
Yeah,
adding.
plus
25.
one.
Nope, he toggled it on. It's
Yeah.
already
Okay.
added.
Sick.
Nice.
24 hits with your bident.
I am going to stunning strike it.
Okay.
I believe so. Where's that toggle?
Rolled a nat 20. There is no toggle anymore for it because it doesn't do
Right.
extra damage.
Yeah, you're right.
You should have a separate
Slows
thing
them
that
or
just
whatever.
it does still. Next attack has advantage on them, and their movement is slowed. But hitting it for 15 points of piercing damage, it is unable to be grappled and unable to be knocked prone as it's just slurping onto the ground.
Nice. Follow-up attack. So came down on it with Biden. Sort of like a you know that move that you see people do where they grab onto a pole and they sort of like hold their body sideways, the flag, I think it's called the
Yep,
flag
yep,
pose or
yep.
flag something. I'm gonna do something like that, but I'm gonna sort of spin my body around and kick it as I'm
Okay.
spinning.
It will be at advantage because of the stun.
Martial arts attack. And I did not toggle advantage.
The 23 is going to hit.
Nice.
as it takes 11 points of damage as you spin kick it as you're kind of on your bident as it's pierced into it. It seems to affect it perfectly fine. It's sticky and sticks to you, but it's fine.
Okay, well, I don't like it being all sticky, but it is what it is. I have decided I'm not going to ever punch this thing. I will only attack it with my feet.
Yeah.
Um,
Get that foot fungus on it.
So, follow up with another kick for a bonus action.
Smart. You don't want to touch this with your hands.
Nope.
Getting a nat
Whoa.
freaking 20. Absolutely.
Whoa.
Nice.
That crit damage.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
For 12 points of damage as it splats into it. It just kind of, it still wiggles around. It's weird. You're definitely hurting it, but it's kind of hard to tell. No, it doesn't bleed. It oozes. Anything else for Oblate?
That'll be the end of my turn.
That'll take us to Tobias. Tobias, why don't you go ahead and tell me what you're doing?
Tobias is going to leap at it, and as he does, time goes to
As you look to go leap at it, roll me a wisdom save.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing has mesmerizing moves, man.
I do not know why.
With a
it's
14?
No, because it rolled my bless.
You've got bless on, so a 13.
Can I declare whether I use that D6 for?
You can declare after the fact, absolutely. A 13's a failure.
I will roll that D6.
I believe he declares.
He declared.
Roll that
You
d6.
declare.
Getting
Hopefully that
a
won.
14.
But a 15 is a.
Well, it's 14 still. Because the bless.
We got a 1.
Oh, shit.
But a 14 is a save. As you kind of like, you like blink your eyes a couple of times. Remember, this is, someone might be watching you.
Thank God they are.
And like the image of Tobias flickers for a brief moment before fully being there.
and-
Shadow Tobias.
Yes, Shadow Tobias finishes up my swirling attack. Swing at it with my first.
Alright, a 22 will for sure hit it with your Magentan Sunsaw.
And I'm going to go ahead and put a little extra on that. If I can find it. Sure. There we go. There. For 11. And do it again.
Absolutely.
That's still
As
swinging around.
you cut into it, give me a perception check real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, you would know this. As you cut through it, it's hard to tell in split action.
Oh.
It splits into two.
Mm.
Oh no.
Mm.
No, 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 no.
Well, attack the one that split off. Next attack, just keep swirling.
Okay. A 20 will hit, because you did already roll that second attack.
Oh, okay. Same thing.
Alright.
Little sunsaw action.
It splits again.
Okay. And then attack the last one with my short sword.
A 16 hits. Which one are you attacking?
The last one that just popped out.
Well, it didn't pop out. It's splitting.
The one that split off.
So, well, this little guy here?
Mhm.
Alright. 16 hits. Doesn't seem to affect it too much, but it does hurt it.
Alright, and 2-weapon fighting. No, because I used my bonus action to create the shadow. Okay. That's it.
Alrighty. Malcolm, what are you doing? Tell me about it.
Once again, having second thoughts about being at this party.
Absolutely.
Fair. Tough, but fair.
So this is like the performance review. It's a performance review.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Is the doorway wide enough for me to squeeze past Dr. Jellybean?
Sure.
Look at this hallway. It's like freaking it's like 15 feet.
It's a wide hallway. Almost like they can move these big tubes through it. As you run past Dr. Jellybean, you kind of look over, see what's happening here. I need a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guess what? I don't have a +1.
You don't. Well, it's also you have bless clicked on. So untoggle bless, but as you move in,
oh, I do.
You take
All right.
7 points of psychic damage and are incapacitated as you just kind of move forward and just you just see the swirling happening and you're just like, oh shit, what's that? That's really, really weird. So 7 psychic damage, you're incapacitated. You can still finish movement, but you have no actions or reactions or bonus actions.
Well, shit, man.
Uh-huh.
So finish movement is in go where I want to?
Yeah, go wherever you want. You spent 10 feet of movement.
So yeah, I'll end up going where I wanted to. And
because it's kind of like everything,
halt.
That vertigo kind of kicks in as everything just kind of bounces a little bit in your vision. It's like, got to kind of balance yourself. Use your big orangutan hands to stabilize yourself. Unfortunately, that's it for Malcolm.
Oh, but I'm looking for the levers, y'all.
You're looking. There's one over here.
I saw that.
There's 3 over there in the darkness. But Malcolm, you are unincapacitated at the end of your turn, taking us to Louise. Louise, you see Malcolm run in, and he just kind of skids a little bit and steadies himself as he's taking in the room. What are you doing?
I will. Knowing no better, I'm gonna hop in the room here.
Alright.
25. I think that's 30 right there.
Be a wisdom save. As you start to run in the room, you see this. It's like, oh no. Weird.
Oh.
With an 11. Taking note of what Malcolm was just looking at. Just kind of stare at it for a moment. Squint. Actions, bonus actions, and reactions are removed from your abilities as you're incapacitated.
Oh, bizarre.
And that'll be my turn.
As there's 3 of them. That's going to take us to the ooze. Ooze is going to ooze on over. Oozing. Oozing its way around.
Its way downtown.
Just
Plug
kind
your
of,
holes quick.
just kind of getting everywhere. All up in your biz.
Oh no.
It is going to... One's going to make an attack against the time ghost there. Getting a 25 to hit.
That will hit. Goodbye, time ghost.
As the time ghost just gets popped out of existence as this thing just... As it moves in the swirling, maddening way. Time ghost goes bye-bye. One of them is going to try to use its void-infused pseudopod against Oblate. Getting an 11 to hit. As it's like
just swipe it out of the way.
pseudopod just stretching, you just kind of swipe it away.
Here.
The other one is going to lash out at Tobias. Because you're there.
Yeah.
Getting a 22 to hit.
Lucky.
You have to call it before I roll it.
Or it's
It gives disadvantage.
when a creature rolls a d20 for attack against you, you can. Okay.
So that would be that moment when I say it's attacking Tobias.
Right, I would say. Gotcha.
You would say lucky.
Right.
They made it much harder to use now, which is good
Yeah,
and
that is
bad, but
'Cause I gotta remember it.
he got a
This one-
22 to hit Tobias.
Honestly, I thought he was just saying he was lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Turns out
Lucky.
he
Aw,
was
you
unlucky.
lucky duck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tobias is going to take 5 points of bludgeoning and 11 psychic damage, and I need a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
With a 16, as it just kind of bludgeons into you, you get a nosebleed and your head just kind of just pulsates a little bit. Other than that, you're fine. So just an average 16 points of damage.
Right.
Basically nothing.
Aethel, seeing all this go down, what are you doing?
Do you want me to make a wisdom save?
Well, I want you to describe what you're doing first.
Sure. I'm going to probably try and cast a spell.
I'm trying to bait you for opportunities.
Yeah, you're trying to figure me out.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't even know what I'm doing. That's why you can't prepare for it. No, I think I'm going to.
But also, Steven's just so mesmerizing that you also now are incapacitated.
Oh,
No.
as I start
God.
swirling around and
Ooh. That
spin my
dance.
camera.
My God.
I'm gonna try and cast a spell
At?
at these guys. Because I'm casting Bless.
Bless have to be with people you see.
I believe so.
All right, roll me a wisdom save. We'll just say that. Are you using your eyeballs?
It's up to 3 creatures within range, but also
Okay.
if it incapacitates me, then I don't have the action to do it.
Right.
Anyway,
Mostly you just saw Louise and Malcolm stare at this thing.
it's 15.
You're good to go. As you see, oh shit, that's weird. As you're looking at all 3 of these things swirling around.
That defies traditional logic. Anyway, I'm gonna cast Bless at level 1. So I'm gonna pick 3 people.
3 people.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's going to be.
It's gonna be me.
Yeah, it's gonna be me.
It's
Gonna be
gonna
Malcolm.
Malcolm getting that bless right after you toggle it off, toggle it back on.
Son of a bitch.
Tobias.
But also, thank you.
An Oblate.
All
And then I'm
right.
going to say Oblate may spend their reaction to make a melee attack.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Does
dog.
Oblate want?
Yeah, I want to use my reaction to melee attack.
All right.
You may it can be any kind of weapon attack as long as it, or no, it's just weapon attack. It doesn't even have to be melee, but it has
Question.
to be weapon.
I have a toggle for bless attacks and bless saves. I'm guessing
Click
that's
toggle them both
on
on.
both.
Yeah.
Yep.
Technically
Gotcha.
both.
Turn them
And-
both on. Toggle them both, baby. Let's go.
Toggle them both.
Yep. Do it.
I'm gonna attack this one that's behind my character that I attacked my very good best friend.
All right. With your bident. A 13
My
is unfortunately going to be a hit.
Sucks.
Well, that's
Sucks
unfortunate.
to be your bident.
Hit.
Yeah.
it's all sticky now.
It will take 11 points of piercing damage. As you cut into it, it just kind of... it doesn't split, but it just kind of splays a little bit, folding outward and over itself to try and buffer
Here's
itself.
not trash.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move over here for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Jellybean, what you doing?
All right. First off, I don't think I've cast Mage Armor since we've been here. So I'm gonna do that.
Fair.
All right.
Let's turn that on. Yeah, Mage Armor.
I'm gonna ask you a question first, though.
Sure.
What are your eyes doing?
Well, I'm still outside. Am I still? Is the door open?
The door's
The door is
open.
Well, I'm right now. I'm pressing a button on my tablet. I'm going through my page.
All right, fair enough.
Apps.
Fair enough.
I'm like,
Gotta
there
open up
it
the
is.
armor app.
Yeah, and then I press it, and then
Okay.
I get a little tougher.
Eye armor.
And then I probably, well, I saw all these people run in there, so I'm gonna look, see what the people in front of me are doing, like Malcolm and Louise.
See Malcolm and Louise just kind of staring there for a second and kind of shake their heads.
I say, uh-oh, that's not good. Did I see what they did when they went in there?
Do you follow their gaze?
No, that's not what I asked.
Okay. No, you don't see what they did.
More-
They just stood there like all weird, like.
They just stood there all weird like. I mean, I wouldn't have any reason necessarily, unless I saw them like look at something.
You
and
saw
be
them
like,
look at
"Oh."
something and then be like, "Oh shit, that's weird."
I mean,
At
if
least
I
you saw
saw
that.
them look at something and
Yeah.
then they're like this, then I probably wouldn't do that thing.
Okay, so you are averting your gaze, just staring at your tablet.
Staring at my tablet. Look at the tablets.
Anything else for Dr. Jellybean?
I'm gonna walk in the room, looking at my tablet.
Looking at the ground. Oh man, there's blood. There's goop. This rug's
Kids
kind of.
these days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Noses into phones.
Yep.
Just scrolling.
Nick was looking right at the thing.
Yeah.
Can I angle? Because I don't know what's in there. I don't know.
Mhm.
Can I
You don't know
angle
what you don't
my
know.
my tablet in such a way that I like use it almost as like a mirror?
Mm.
Sure. Yeah, using it like a mirror. I gotcha.
Just turn on camera
Seems-
mode
It seems you have the camera app open, yeah.
and then just put it up in front of your face.
It's like
Oh,
it's like a reflective surface. Like, oh, that's
Yeah.
weird. Give me a wisdom save.
Can I FaceTime the monster?
Yeah. I mean, not FaceTime,
Oh.
but I'd say you can use its
New
reflection.
phone, who dis?
Yeah, give me a wisdom save.
Okay. Ah, darn it. Doesn't matter. Can't. Still. All right.
Still seeing it.
looking
He's
at it.
still seeing its weird
Still
movements.
Such a roundabout way to finally look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I don't want to
Hoping it
look
would-
at it directly, but
what
I
if
still want to
looking
see.
at it directly was how it worked?
It could be
Right.
What if it's like a Medusa?
like a Medusa.
I don't want it to know that I'm checking it out.
Right. It's a secret. I'm just being inconspicuous.
Yeah,
What'd you
like,
say, a
gotta check it
wisdom?
out at the bar. Yeah,
Wisdom save.
All right.
I mean, you
Check it
already
out at the
did your
bar.
action.
Yeah, you got it.
You're
That's
good.
it.
You're good.
Ah, yeah.
16.
All right. I'm looking at it. My
Anything
tablet-
else for Dr. Jellybean?
Can I do a bonus action and do a quick study?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
I'd like to.
Give me a
I'd like to see-
Arcana check for your
Yeah.
quickly studying as you're poring over what this could be and what it could
What is
mean.
it? What is that?
With a 20
Good.
freaking 2. With the way it moves, you don't think acid would work. Probably can't freeze it. All the lightning bits around, it probably likes lightning too. And then seeing it kind of split open and a little bit of the liquid on Tobias's sword, his scimitar specifically, the slashing probably doesn't seem to work on it. In fact, slashing might even make it split into multiple forms.
Could be.
Classic ooze.
Yeah.
You're sharing this knowledge.
Yeah, I'll say it out loud. I'll
And-
say it. Okay, so acid. It's not that acid's not gonna work.
6 seconds.
Stop cutting it. Stop cutting it in half. Stop using the slashing. And, lightning's not going to work on it either.
Look at how it moves.
And look at how it
Don't look at
moves.
Don't look at how it moves.
Anything else for Dr. Jellybean?
That'll be it.
All right. Oblate. Tell me a little bit about how you're starting your turn off.
I'm assuming I'm going to start off my turn by doing a wisdom save because I'm looking right at these things.
If you're looking right at, absolutely. Give me a wisdom save.
You get a D4 today.
You do.
And it should be a pretty good save for you.
It should. Although monks aren't proficient in it.
Are they not proficient anymore? But they used to have it.
I'm not proficient in it.
It's strength, dex,
They're top,
strength and
they're top half
dex.
again.
Yeah.
Strength and dex.
Which, like, I could see any of them being for monks. With a 7, as you're, like, looking at it, ready to stab at it with your bident, your hands don't...
Moving like it too.
You start moving like it, too. You have movement, but you don't have an action, and you don't have a bonus action. Or a reaction in this moment in time.
I'm just grooving.
Yeah.
Just grooving. Just vibing.
Don't
Just
fight it.
grooving.
Just surrender.
This music is literally in their heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are no thoughts head empty. Just bopping.
That'll take us to...
I'd envision it like Hypnotoad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll wait till later. That'll take us to Tobias.
What?
Tobias spins around, slings his goop off his scimitar and sheathes it, and as he does, closing his eyes,
Okay.
he spins around and attempts to slash with this one.
At which
Yep.
one?
The one that was right behind me.
All right. What are you slashing with?
Short sword, which is piercing, and a dagger.
All right. Give me a short sword attack at disadvantage. All of your attacks will be at disadvantage.
Yes. Disadvantage, here we go.
The good news is it's ooze. Ooze is good news.
16.
A 16 is going to hit.
So now I will have not disadvantage on my next attack.
Correct.
Okay. So here goes the short sword.
As you vex it with your short sword, it'll take 11 points of... Well, not quite 11. It also seems resistant a little bit to those kind of things. Not immune, though.
All right. And still whirling.
Still whirling around.
I was supposed 13.
13 is going to be a hit.
And that'll make my offhand attack with my dagger at normal.
For 5 more. A 23 is going to hit.
He's doing it.
It'll take some damage.
I don't know if it's dying or not, and I'll take my bonus
You're hitting
action
it.
as I'm swinging around. This one will be at disadvantage though. Just swirling around.
Swirling and
Hopefully no one gets in my
twirling. He was spinning. 13 is going to be a hit.
It can't be stopped.
It'll take a little bit of damage. It's still going. You're not sure, but your eyes are closed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, yeah.
It's unkillable.
Anything else for Tobias?
Nope.
No, that's coming later too. Taking us to Malcolm. Malcolm, what those eyes doing? Those eyes are peeping. I take it.
Those eyes were peeping.
Peeping?
Is Malcolm like?
Peeping?
You rolled the
you
exact same thing.
You
rolled
can't
last
like
time.
can't grab
Quick blast,
anything.
yeah.
You're just trying to like. What do you do with your hands right now? You're not sure. How do they
vibing,
work?
man.
Do with my hands.
You do have movement if you want.
Yeah, let me get a little bit closer. I'll slow
All
down
right.
this way.
As you get a little bit closer, Louise, what are your eyes doing?
Oh, I'm peeping.
All right, wisdom save.
Yeah, fellow
Oh
peeper.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Louise, it's pretty cool. Like, what is this?
Is there any thoughts going through my head, or am I just like mesmerized?
It's more like you're forgetting how things work. So thoughts would be slow, but they're there.
Okay. Can I use my movement to try and get away from this thing? Would
Absolutely.
that be reasonable? All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Like,
just gonna,
oh, that's
hunker-
weird.
hunker-
No.
Yeah. Bad trip. I'm gonna kind of duck down behind these broken furniture over here,
Yeah.
and that'll be my turn.
Taking us to the ooze. Ooze is oozing on up. 2 I'm gonna hit.
From the east side.
Oblate. Oblate first attack, getting an 8 to hit.
That one missed.
Oblate going in for the other one, the little one's attack. Little one also got an 8 to hit.
Ooh, just
This
dodging it.
this little one that
Not even trying.
Tobias is tearing up. His eyes are closed. He's just whirling around. Tobias, this thing is
Lucky.
going to attack you at disadvantage because of lucky. You're lucky, that's for sure. Missing that nat 20. Got an 11 to hit.
Sweet.
As they're
I
just
am lucky.
they're just vibing around. I forgot something. I'm so dumb. So, Oblate, Malcolm, you each take 7 points of damage when you were looking at it.
No, I forgot I had my eyes closed.
Yeah, but you took 7 points of damage instead. Just 7. Aethel, what are you doing with those eyes?
I'm observing our enemy.
Wisdom save. You're good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's weird. Isn't that weird? It seems.
Yeah, it
seems
defies all logic. and
Yeah.
reason,
it
but,
almost
you know,
seems like a portal, or like it's absorbed some form of extra dimensional stuff within
you
it.
know this don't look natural, Coach.
There's layers.
Yeah, so Dr. Jellybean said not to cut it and no acid. That was basically the things we got off in time.
And no lightning.
No lightning.
And no lightning. That's fine. I don't know how to do lightning stuff anyway. Let's see how this one feels about Death Totem.
Oh man, you're harshing the vibe.
As it starts vibrating exponentially, roll me some damage. Got a 5.
Oh yeah, well that fail. It has taken damage, right?
Absolutely.
Then I'll roll 2d12 real quick.
It has. It's been split and then split. 20 points of damage as it just explodes. This goop starts to cover both Oblate and Tobias. As Tobias, your kind of eyes are closed, it just splat right in the face.
Ah!
Oh.
I
Oblate
have no
Sorry.
reaction.
gets.
I'm still
You're just
vibing.
vibing, and this like weird feeling just goop on on your shoulders, on your coat.
feel
Like,
even
oh, that's
weirder.
weird. Yeah, it just explodes.
We don't ask questions in this club.
That's my fault. Sorry.
Just go with it, man.
Yeah.
Just go with it. Anything else for Aethel?
I'm gonna move right here and basically be in front of.
All right, trying to give him a little bit of cover. Like, yeah, just take some cover. That'll take us to Dr. Jellybean. What you doing? What those eyes doing? You still trying to
I'm
look through it
making-
with the little like, oh, that's weird.
No, I'm making direct eye contact with Tobias. Can
You're
I
like,
use my Can I use my peripheral vision to see where the big one is?
I got a feeling it's gonna cost you a wisdom save.
I'm making direct eye contact with Tobias.
I want to see them without seeing them.
I can use
Sight
my
beyond
peripheral.
sight.
I don't want to
Oh.
see them. I want to perceive them.
open my
I wanna
peripheral
see.
vision. Yeah, you can see the location of like, oh, there's something moving in the corner. I don't know what it is. It's moving. It could be Oblate. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
Oblate's moving just like they
true.
are. So
He's
so
dancing too.
yep.
He's dancing. I'm gonna I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna try to shoot a firebolt.
Yeah, give me a
hopefully-
wisdom save.
Come on.
Or
it
if you want
didn't look-
or if you want to use your peripherals, you just kind of point. It'll be a firebolt at disadvantage. Like it's over there.
I'm gonna try a firebolt at disadvantage.
All right, if you miss, you're hitting no blade.
Firebolt. I'm
I
sorry.
don't want to hit Oblate.
Well,
Hit
then
him.
roll that firebolt.
Come on,
He's
you
not
only
been
live
hurt.
once.
He's fine.
You're doing it. Commit
Maybe
to the
it'll
bit.
snap him. It'll snap him out of it.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Or he'll just be dancing on fire.
Like,
It's
oh,
also pretty
cool.
epic.
Yeah.
He's learning slime style right now. He's
Yeah.
mastering a new technique.
To better defeat them, he
Absolutely.
has
Yeah,
to become one.
Give me the firebolt.
He must
One-
learn its
Advantage.
techniques to defeat them.
Oh, fumble.
Roll some damage.
Oh man.
Even better is that 627 than it
Roll
would have been
damage?
otherwise.
Right,
I
just
fumbled
insult
it.
to injury.
Yeah, roll me some
I
damage.
Literal
goofed-
injury.
I goofed it.
You boofed it. You gooped it.
I goofed it.
Oblate, you take 13 points of fire damage.
Nice. I'm just nonchalantly on fire.
But you feel good about it.
Very
It
casual.
feels
about it.
right.
Yeah.
You're like sticky and hot. Like,
Anything else for Dr. Jellybean?
You're like, this reminds me
Um,
of that one time.
There's
Nope.
way
don't
too
touch
many
me.
way too many sexual innuendos this session.
I also
Hey
just
man,
be like-
you created this.
yeah, this was your design.
We're
Dude,
just
I'm gonna be
playing in
like-
your mind palace.
I'm gonna be like, did I hit it? Did I get it?
Oh, you hit something.
No, you missed.
Oblate's on fire.
I like that she's making eye contact with somebody 25 feet away from her.
Yeah.
Just staring directly at Tobias.
Like,
As
Did I do
Tobias has his
Did I do
eyes
good? Tell me
closed
what
in this
happened.
moment, and you're just staring at him. Oh, he's not looking at anything. Cool.
he's not looking at me, but I'm looking at him.
I'm unbreakable eye contact with.
I'm looking at
Tobias.
him, he's not looking at me, and I lit a man on fire.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Different man on
Good.
fire.
Anything else for Dr. Jellybean?
Nope, that'll be it. Done all I can do.
You should
Oblate,
do more. That was beautiful.
Oblate, what you doing?
Oh, you know it.
Staring.
You've done enough.
Give
Can't
me
look
that.
away.
Give me that wisdom save. Like, oh man, this
Can't
is...
look away.
Yep, 21. You start to feel that burn. Like, oh, that's weird.
Oh my god.
Oh, actually, that really kind of is unpleasant.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And, oh, I think I'm sticky. Oh god, what happened?
Does the fire? Do I need to put the fire out?
Nah, it was just like
Okay.
a little smoldering.
Though there is a huge burn mark in the back of my seafarer's
Your-
jacket
Yeah, your
now.
cloak.
Captain
It just has like
jacket.
And it's covered in goop.
This is never
It
gonna
will
come
have
out.
to be washed at least.
I'm gonna go for the smaller one.
Alright.
The Biden attack.
Give me that sweet, sweet nat
Sweet Lord
20.
Jesus.
That will hit it.
Hit it with that crit damage.
Can I do this before or after?
I think you can do it after.
I can do it after. I'm gonna Death Strike it.
All right,
Yeah.
so roll that crit damage and roll the death strike twice.
Does it
Uh,
get rolled twice?
if he clicks the thing for if he
It-
activates it,
The thing
and
is,
hit
it
crit damage. I think it'll roll it twice.
we'll see. We'll find out.
We'll
Yep.
find out right now.
Toggle it on. I know some things it doesn't like to roll twice, so it didn't. So roll another d8.
Yeah, just roll once. So-
That'll do it. For 20 points of damage, you pierce into it. It just kind of bubbles up and then fizzles onto the ground.
Nice. Follow-up attack. I'm just gonna swing into a kick on the big one.
All right.
What if-
Yep. Yep, that'll do it.
His kick is so swift and so sharp
Cuts
that
it
he
in
cuts it
twine.
in two.
Right. Got those sharp heels,
That's how
man.
strong he
Oh, wait.
is.
That's incorrect.
It'll take 10.
Yeah. I forgot to untoggle.
Fair enough. As this
Yeah.
thing's just kind of
Toggle.
bubbling and spinning and just gooping all around in weird ways.
Just a goopy little boy.
And then I'm going to, for my bonus action, I'll use another focus point to do a flurry of blows
Okay.
on the big boy.
So 2 more martial arts attacks. 26 is gonna hit.
Nice.
Pretty good, pretty good.
A
Oh,
31 is definitely gonna
Wow.
hit.
man, so accurate.
My God, you light him on fire.
Take
Look what happened.
7
We
and
put fire under him.
17 points of damage as this thing just kind of just like reverberating with each kick. Still up though.
It's still up. It's still grooving.
Still grooving.
Still moving, still grooving.
Anything else for
That'll be
Oblate? Alright. Tobias, you open those eyes yet?
I'm gonna have to because I felt splatter. So
I think that thing died.
yeah, and I don't really know. So yeah, opening the eyes.
All right. Wisdom save.
You got it. You're
You're
fine.
like, oh, try and wipe that off your face there. And as you open your eyes,
15.
you're good.
All right.
What are you doing with
I don't
those?
even know why you
What
were
are,
scared.
what those hands doing?
Those hands are going to go into a spin and jump over this creature,
Okay.
the other side. And as I'm like spinning through it, I'm going to slash at it with my short sword and dagger. So
All right. Pierce into it. Don't use that word slash around here. 21's gonna hit.
Oh, that's good. X.
now it's Vex, so advantage.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Pretty chill.
As you're cutting into it, piercing 20 will also be a hit. As oozes
I
are
should
no.
have used the Watchers on it when you failed last time.
Oh yeah. Well, you have to do it before, dealing 6 more points of damage, and then throwing a dagger from point blank range. It's
Oh.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it right here and then immediately grabbing it. I'll
Right.
let it go for a quarter
Roll
percent.
Right.
the wrong one. Because it's for some reason only there it is.
Yeah, it'll do 6 points of damage. Is again not quite as much as you were hoping with those non-magical weapons, but
Happens.
still dealing
Bonus.
damage.
Bonus action, last attack with the dagger.
All right. Yes, absolutely. Oozes are notorious for having a really low AC.
They usually do, yeah.
Mhm.
Can't
I was
remember.
mostly giving it for the save.
Yeah.
It's like, I need you guys to like succeed on
That's
some
it.
wisdom
As
saves.
I'm
It
like
will-
hacking at it as I jump over it.
That will take a little bit more damage as it's slowly whittling away, puncturing into it. Anything else for Tobias?
That's it.
Malcolm.
Yo.
Or Malcolm.
What
those eyes doing?
Close my eyes.
Don't want to close my eyes.
That's a lie.
You don't want to fall asleep?
I'm gonna miss a thing.
Don't want to miss the thing.
I'm gonna miss a lot of things.
You do not close your eyes. Is that what you're
do
telling
not
me?
Close my eyes. Yeah, I don't close my eyes.
All right. As you're like, you're gonna figure this out eventually. Like, what's going on here? Cool. What do
Now
you-
there's only one
Oh,
to focus
cool.
on, so it's a little easier.
yeah. It's like you were looking at all
Not
3,
according to my rolls.
and now it's like, wow. So you got some movement.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
You know what? At this point, I'm gonna move over here because when this
Okay.
thing's dead. I'm gonna investigate this big glass bottle.
Fair enough.
know what
Louise,
this
Still
what are you
brewing.
doing? Louise, at the moment you're kind of huddled behind this broken bench
And also an Aethel.
and an Aethel behind on the other side of you.
You know, being terrified of looking at the thing and getting just mesmerized again, I think I'm just gonna play some music. So
Just play some music.
let's play some music. Song of inspiration for everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone gets some
Okay.
temp hit points.
Anybody who is not incapacitated can use your reaction to move for 10 temp hit points.
I still have my 11.
Good
Or
news
I still
is
have 11. So I'll
the-
keep 11.
the incapacitation only lasts until the end of your turn. So
Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
Wraps up after.
I also forgot, Malcolm, that's 7 more hit points down.
Yeah, every time we fail.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Um,
rude.
I am going to take advantage of that movement.
All right. And if you don't have temporary hit points, everyone has 10 temporary hit points now.
I still have the 11 he gave us. so
Well,
I'm
good
just
for
gonna keep it.
you.
Oh, Blake, get away from that thing.
No.
And then I will. Is the help action still a thing?
Depending on what you're helping with.
No, I was just gonna.
But
help
it is
Hazel
definitely-
kind of stay awake.
Trying to put blinders on him.
Yeah.
It's like
Sure.
getting up on his back, just like trying to block his sight.
All right.
You can do it, Hazel. I'm not looking, but you can.
That'll
I've been watching the whole time.
that'll take us to the ooze. Ooze is gonna try to use its void infused pseudopod on Oblate.
That sounds dangerous.
Oblate getting an 18 to hit.
Ooh, with my agile parry, I use my Bident to smack that out of the way. Get out of here. Avoid pseudopod.
Smacking it away.
We did.
It misses as it just kind of flops to the ground. Aethel. It's gonna do some movement too. Why not? But Aethel, what are you doing?
I'm still watching our enemy, so I'll make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. I'll say instead of advantage from the help with X, that's kind of... I'll say I'll give you +2 to it.
Sure, +2 to this. 12. Probably not enough.
12 is not enough.
I don't have a way to change it.
This Aethel, you can move, but you finally like, oh, I'm starting to figure this out now. Starting to see the reality within the reality of the ooze.
Hazel, no. Hazel.
I think there might actually be a pattern to the chaos. I think it's repeated a movement now. It took 30 seconds.
That'll take us to Dr. Jellybean. Unless Aethel wants to move around, you can.
Now we're good. I'll sit right here.
Doctor.
Please don't blast me again, Doc.
I'm gonna look at it.
Aethel, 7 points of
Alright.
psychic damage.
Oh, yes. No, I lost some of my tip HP.
Looking at it.
I'm looking at it.
Wisdom save. I had the same thing happen with a group on Friday. They were, except for it was a
I rolled
Medusa.
I rolled disadvantage. Oh, well.
Well, I'm going to
14.
take the first one, so 14, you're good to go. As you look at it, seeing it like, oh, that's what it's doing. Crazy.
Must be nice.
Weird.
Wild.
Malcolm's
All right.
just vibing.
And then I'm gonna try to firebolt.
Give me a firebolt. Firebolt, firebolt. $17's going to hit.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Let's see, like 17 damage.
13.
Close.
Close enough.
Not bad.
As you firebolt into it, it kind of splats, splitting itself and disapparating. That's not a word. Is that a word? Disapparating? It should be. Whatever.
Very
Splatting.
Dissipating.
Yeah, dissipating. That's the word I'm looking for. Dissipating
Evaporate.
and evaporating. I was combining those both. And
Disapparating is
disapparating.
That's
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
but it splats onto that tube and Oblate as well. As it kind of splits onto Oblate, it just kind of disapparates with little crumbles of fire. And for a brief moment, Oblate, as you're kind of watching this happen, you can swear you see whatever's in here move.
Oh man,
What?
Cool.
this tube thing moved, guys. I don't think it's over yet.
Doing Groove Grove? What am I doing? Yeah. No, it's over. We're out of initiative.
For now.
Which one of you has the magic to clean me?
Not me.
I don't think I do.
I don't think I do.
No one has prestidigitation?
I
not.
used to.
You're gonna need more prestidigitation to get that off, man.
I can put you to sleep
Yeah.
and make you
You're
forget
gonna
about it.
need OxyClean.
I had it with my hat, but it went to the dragon.
Right.
Oh
You
no.
guys just give away everything to this dragon? What?
It
They
was-
have
gave
to talk
away a
about
lot
this
of things
sometime.
to them.
Well,
You didn't
we
bite
were
it,
kind
though.
of- we were very desperate. There were some
Yeah.
green fog that was killing us.
I'm just gonna spin in place, trying to.
Like a
Trying to
dog.
splatter it
Slow
around.
walk.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to go look at some tubes. I want to go
Yeah.
over here to look at this tube.
I want to go look at this heart.
Yeah, I want to investigate whatever's in front of me in the tube.
I guess I'll just be poking around the book.
Yeah, sounds good.
Absolutely.
I just need to sit down for a minute.
This guy has a cloak, right? I'm gonna use this guy's cloak to clean. I'm gonna
It's
yank
covered
off his
in
cloak.
blood.
But it's not
Dried
good.
blood. Dried blood.
Not really. Everything seems kind of moist in here.
Surely the goop has got to be more viscous than the blood. Like, you know. You
I'm
can wipe
looking
it
for
off.
some. I'm just gonna spend my time looking for something
Yeah.
to clean myself off with.
I feel so gross, guys.
I know.
Get some of this nasty rug over here, and
What are Oblate and Malcolm doing?
I'm checking out this tube that I'm
Okay. What's Oblate doing?
I'm taking a breather.
All right.
Yeah, he's
Fire
even
for
sitting
a
down, he's
while.
like, ow.
I'm meditating like a monk should.
Fair enough.
He's prepared to get back up and fight this giant heart.
I would like Louise to give me a investigation check. Aethel to give me a medicine check.
I mean, nature would have been okay too.
Dr. Jellybean, nature or arcana. And Malcolm, nature or arcana as well.
Boom. This is the
Well-
most I know about medicine ever.
We'll tell you different things depending on what you roll if you choose nature or arcana. For both of you.
I know so much about the heart,
That's so
The
sad.
organ,
I've been
not
17
like-
for a while.
the
Fair enough.
emotional idea.
I'm
of
gonna
what a
roll
heart is supposed to represent.
nature. Do nature.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
We'll start with the top. Louise rifling through these papers, and there you do notice some broken glass and alchemical substances up here, but none of it's labeled, or the labels have been smudged and broken off. All of the books and papers, you might find a little bit of writing of different subjects and combining different natures, trying to infuse intellect of people into creatures, creatures into people, and also just combining the physical aspects of different beings to kind of make your own kind of chimera. That's what you find in there. No, other than that, nothing super important. Other than the fact that
Anything-
what's going on here.
Anything signed off with Asner's signature?
I would say with a 10 now.
Oh, why is science so boring?
I don't think science is boring.
Aethel with a 24. This heart seems to have been infused with plant matter,
Interesting.
but it does appear draconic in form. It's not completely draconic. Like, you can kind of see, like, from what you've seen about Dragon Hearts, it's a good movie. You know, I don't see it on anything, but always think about it. But anyways,
Kind of a reason for that, but anyway, continue.
yeah, that's true. If you combined a dragon heart, like this isn't quite a solar dragon heart. Like you wouldn't know one if you saw one, but you would imagine they're more light focused. This seems something more viscous, like a black dragon or a copper dragon, something that is akin to water
Or acid.
or acid. And it does seem like it's been infused with plant matter. And you can kind of still feel it beating, or see it beating, very, very slowly. So it is still somehow magically kept alive. It has some of that amniotic fluid still on it.
The heart's still alive. We're still moving, at least.
The heart of rock and roll is still beating.
And I would say it does seem to react to the light that you're producing. And Malcolm? Looks like some wings bundled up in there. You're not sure what the fuck's going on.
All right. I was gonna say, let me down lightly.
Yeah. It looks like
There's
wings.
a lot of electricity. It makes it really hard to see what's going on.
Yeah, every time you try and
Thank
like
you.
peer on something, the zap like kind of shocks and like makes you like move away for a second. You can't really focus on it.
Also, somebody just killed an entity that had me awestruck.
Yeah,
Vibe. So like I'm
absolutely.
still coming down off of that.
Coming down off your high.
Absolutely.
What are these things over here?
Like, no, bring
This
it back.
wall.
Bring it back.
Those are
They're
levers.
so beautiful.
Oh, I know what they are.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna like meander my way over.
Absolutely.
Pull them all.
Dr. Jellybean, this looks like your old nature.
Mhm.
A combination of a bear and a ferret. It is very much deceased.
Oh, ferret,
you,
of course.
yep.
A fair or
Not a
fear.
fair.
It seems like, in combination with the fluid inside, this thing has died, and that it's
Aw.
just filled with blood. You can see bone material, like something is eating it from the inside.
Oh no. Well, that's
That's-
gross.
This Barrett is dead.
Poor Barrett.
His poor fear.
Fear.
What?
Does it look reminiscent of like the squirrel thing?
It looks very much reminiscent of it. Like it's same kind of like design in nature.
I'm gonna take
absolutely.
notes. I'm gonna
What
make
the
note
fly
of this.
dog things. Those fly wolves or dragonfly wolves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make note of everything that we see in here.
They were. It's gonna drive me nuts. What were they? They weren't dragons.
They were dragonfly somethings.
No, they were
like towns.
locust towns.
Locust.
Yeah.
They had locust ones. My bad.
Yep.
For some reason, I was thinking they had dragonfly wings. Maybe that was a different game where I had to deal with something like that.
They kind of like still had the little flutter thing.
I mean, yeah, they had insect wings.
Yes. What? Malcolm goes and checks over looking at the darkened corner levers here. You can kind of faintly see something bump up against some glass right next to you.
It's so hard not to be distracted by the levers, but I guess I'll check out that glass beside me.
I mean, you
I'm
could
just-
pull all three levers at once.
It's hard to tell in the darkness
With
here.
one of your 8 feet. Just
That is true. I have the coordination.
Yeah.
Bonus action.
Exactly. And then whatever happens, we're like, I don't know which lever it was. Plausible deniability.
Yeah.
Right.
I would also say, Louise, you would notice there's another lever right here. While you're looking through the books and the papers and stuff.
But Malcolm also clocked that one. I know where all the levers
Absolutely.
We're all so
Yeah, of
are.
course.
I'm the lever guy.
It's the most important thing.
This side of the room is definitely the darker side of the room because there's that occasional zap of electricity.
Can I call for one of my compatriots that had a lit stone or a light of some sort to come over here?
Yeah, I'll stop cleaning myself and go over there. I'll shine the light at it.
And you just see this giant eyeball, like just floating there in motion, just kind of bump into the glass for a second.
See if it follows the light.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we get the impression that it like sees us?
There's blood splattered on the glass. It also looks bloody on the inside. It does not appear to, I would say, looking at it, its eye doesn't follow anything. It's just a bloated eyeball.
Take back what I said about Dr. Jellybean's good eyesight. This thing's giant. That makes more sense. They saw it from like 50 feet away.
Yeah.
In the darkness.
There are several, like, tubes
like a
and
normal human eye.
and
That's pretty good
canisters.
sight.
Yeah. There's lots of stuff. There's one of these tubes and stuff connected to each of the glasswares, but a lot of them are broken open and leaking
Did
out.
anyone look at this one up here?
No.
No,
I'll go take a look at that one.
I'm counting how many heartbeats this thing gets per minute. What's its BPM?
Say like 1. Dr. Jellybean, I would say plainly looking over this, it looks like a wrapped up body inside of there. Also bloody on the inside. Whatever's in
Like a
there.
wrapped up, like
it-
humanoid body?
Like a
or-
humanoid body.
Okay.
Looks like a very big corpse. But wrapped up
We're
in
all bloody
cloth.
on the inside too.
Right. The thing's probably like 11 feet tall. But
Oh.
on its
Guy.
laying down. Much like the bear. There's also a lot of blood inside it. You're not sure what the state is of the body, but you'd imagine it's dead.
I didn't realize we were going into like the Resident Evil part of
Yeah.
our D&D game.
Just for a little bit.
Wow, Dr. Moreau.
Just a brief foray.
I found a lever over here. Just make sure Malcolm does not pull it.
What was that?
immediately.
What'd you say?
What? You said you want me to pull that lever?
Go for it.
I got 3 over here.
Wow.
Oh,
There's enough levers for almost all of us, guys.
Right.
Are there 4 levers total?
Yeah, there's 3 up here and 1 here.
And there's
Guess-
4 of these big containers, one of which is
Yeah.
destroyed,
Yep.
Yeah.
and one
Hmm.
small container that is
And a door up here.
smaller container.
Mm.
And then there's
What
a-
position are they in? What position are they all?
They're all
the,
they're all in the up position.
His heart is beating very slowly.
Well, I
It
will s-
isn't connected to anything.
It isn't connected to anything.
Do we let Malcolm just have at it?
I think that's the best option.
I
think you
believe
really
that
want
is
this.
an option.
I think it's inevitable, really.
Okay, well, Malcolm, pick your lever.
Yeah, pick a lever, pull it.
Mm. So we have these 3 by the door. And 1, 2, 3, 4 glass tubes. One which is broken, but the levers wouldn't know that.
Correct. Because it's a machine.
I'm gonna
It's
come
not
over here
really,
by the
like,
books and pull
alive.
that lever.
Pulling this one lever.
Pulling that one lever and see what's happening.
It's isolated. It's got to be special, right?
Right, exactly.
Right.
I get the idea.
I'm stepping away from the tubes.
No.
I will
you
say
stay.
immediately as he pulls that lever, an area of the tubes, each of them, starts opening up, spilling all of the contents out.
Oh, that was the tube lever. It controlled all the tubes.
As that is
We
the
didn't think about that.
the emergency release tube.
Definitely didn't.
As
think
this
that they
large,
might control all the
giant like body rolls, spills out blood and that amniotic fluid filling everywhere. This bear body also kind of this Barrett body also kind of spilling out, and this smaller, more stable body, no blood, spills out.
That one's alive. It's gonna try and kill us.
As
Oh, we can talk to it. Surely,
it
right?
starts to kind of shake itself, wings stretching out, almost angelic like. The dog with wings, with angel wings.
Wings.
Malcolm feels like he knows the answer to
Just
this,
kind of
but can
spills
he,
out.
when no one is looking. Can he just like kind of elbow the lever back up into position and just see if it falls back again, like the one before?
Hey, buddy, are you lost?
Would let out a bark.
Oh, wait, I can talk to it. I'm gonna cast.
And you would
Speak with
hear
animals.
in your heads.
God, it
Oh.
can talk to us already.
Thank you. Is that the worst time in here? Are you gonna do more stuff to me? I didn't want the
No.
wings, but okay.
We'll do no stuff.
I get treats, right?
Oh.
Yeah,
Do we
buddy.
have any treats with us?
Oh,
I'll pull out some jerky. Yeah, I have rations with me of jerky and stuff. I'll give him some beef jerky.
kind of start sniffing. No, those aren't the normal treats.
We aren't the normal people.
I'm a good boy. I get
This
good
is
boy
good
treats.
This is stuff.
What?
This is good stuff.
What kind of treats do you normally get?
Oh, they're good boy stuff. For me.
Very
'Cause
descriptive.
Well,
I'm a good boy. They
this is what we have.
and it's talking in your heads. And then it'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just used to have to talk like that." And then it will speak plainly. Speak plainly.
Frank, finally.
Right, gang.
It
Oh.
speaks with its dog mouth?
Speaks with its dog mouth.
Weird.
You all seem different. Thank you.
Thank you.
Because we are.
Thank you for letting me out of there. I think everybody's in here's dead.
Yeah, it looks to be that way.
That's
I
sad.
mean, there are 6 of us that aren't.
Did you know them?
I did. They gave me
Were they good
treats. They made me a good boy.
Oh, you were a good boy all along.
That's what they said. They said, "Oh, who's a good boy?" And it was me. I am.
I hate
And then they put
this.
wings on you.
Yes, and now I can fly. It was very painful, but I got treats.
Does it still hurt?
Very much so.
Oh no.
But it's okay. I don't think I knew it was painful when they were doing it. Now I know.
Can I take a look at
Hmm.
you? Can I look at your wings? I won't hurt you. I
Absolutely. You can even pet me if you'd like. They seem to like
Oh.
doing that.
Oh, for the love of God, Dr. Jellybean, please pet him.
I will pet you. Because you're a good boy.
There's this majestic white, still a little bit of that bluish amniotic fluid on it. It just starts kind of strutting around, showing off its wings. Yes, that does hurt.
Wow. I'm sorry. I'll be very gentle, I promise. I'm a doctor.
Oh,
Can I
can you modify me more?
No.
Well, maybe, but no.
Oh,
Not right. No. That's not my it's not my intention or priority right now. I just want to take a look and see what they did to you.
they made me a good boy.
Of course, I can see that. Can I check them out?
Yeah. Give me a Arcana check.
What?
Because it's an abomination.
You shut your mouth.
He's
Don't
a good
talk
boy.
about
Okay,
him
he's a
that
good
way.
boy.
With a 12.
It's a dog with wings.
It's a dog with wings. Pure white.
Uh-huh.
You see a little sparkle in his eye every now and then.
Oh, stop.
Can I come
Your
home
hands
with
are all
you?
gross from
Why?
petting its amniotic covered fur.
Can I follow you?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have a name?
Good boy.
Good boy.
That's what they called
Boy.
me. Good boy.
Right. That's your name.
Tobias, where's that cloak you were using? Wipe its paws off, for God's sakes.
What did I find?
It'll kind of like lick itself clean.
I'm surprised it didn't try and
Good.
shake it off.
It definitely like it didn't want to be rude. It was told
Yeah, I
not to
guess
do that
it's-
and not to do that inside.
Quote unquote smart now.
But
So listen, good boy. We're gonna try to find Jonathan Asner. Do you know him?
oh yes.
Is he the one who did this to you? Put the wings on you?
I think he found me.
He found you?
Yes.
Where?
In an alley. I was finding food. It wasn't very tasty. He gave me better food and called me a good boy. I think.
You
It's
know
very,
what's through
very
that other
blurry
door?
back then. Do I know what? I'm sorry.
What's through that other door?
No, I wasn't allowed to go in there. They said stop and wait. I did that. I'm a good boy. I listen.
Mm-hmm. That's true, I guess.
I'm gonna start petting him.
He accepts it very nicely. He's a very well-trained dog who can talk and fly.
Oh, I wonder how.
And talk telepathically.
And it can talk telepathically.
It's
I
a
have a
psychic
friend.
flying talking dog.
I forgot it could talk telepathically. I was going to have it talk to you guys when you came in.
Oh man.
But that would have been even creepier. But I will say
It's
as...
been a little distracting.
Yeah, as you meet Good Boy in R&D, other bodies have spilled forth as well, showing their contents. I would note that the eye has disappeared.
Oh, good. We released the eye into the greater area.
Yeah.
That
Uh,
lodge.
but
All according to plan.
yeah, that will be a good place to end tonight with this, with a Good Boy. What better place to end? But yeah, we'll pick up there next week with more R&D stuff. We'll
Yeah, we're
find
probably
out.
gonna go through that door.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we're going to the
100%.
door.
100% going through that door.
I was gonna crawl on too.
Who in this party doesn't have a pet yet?
I
I
mean,
don't have a pet.
most people don't.
Me.
Do
Yeah.
we
Like,
need
like
pets?
most of us.
We'll figure out ownership later. Can you really have a pet with 8 intelligence?
Right? I mean, he's a.
It's its own person.
He's a roommate at that
He's
point.
just a good boy. But we'll figure out what we're doing with Good Boy next week. So, thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.
Hopefully
Thanks,
he
Twitch.
gets along with the trestle.
Yeah,
Yeah, cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs.
They're both
Both
winged.
flying.
flying.
Yep. All
It'll
right.
be great.
Night, internet. We'll see you next
See
time.
you next time.
See ya.
I guess.